Hey guys, welcome back, and it's windy today. So today we're shooting at Beverly Hills City Hall, but before that we're going to be going to Beverly Hills Courthouse. So the courthouse is right up the block and the City Hall is right here. The City Hall is definitely much prettier for pictures, so what the couple wants to do is they want to do the ceremony over there and then walk over here, which is like a 5-minute walk, not even, and do family portraits, photos with them. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really nice shoot today. We've had actually our other photographer shoot here before, but I've personally never been here, so I got here about 40 minutes early to walk around. My assistant Andrew is on his way, and yeah, we're gonna scout around and then we're gonna walk over to the courthouse. So yeah, follow along. Let us know if you guys have any questions about this location too. It was my first time here. We did need a permit, which we applied for online weeks in advance, because yeah, the last thing you want to do is show up to a place and then they kick you out. So here we are. So we're probably going to shoot around this area because the sun would be behind them. We got some nice palm trees. We got the retro colors, which I like. I think it looks cool. And then there's more areas in the shade over here. So generally speaking, whenever it's middle of the day, we want to keep our subject, we want to keep our couple away from the sun, because the sun obviously is just going to make them look, hold on, let me stand in, real harsh right there. And if you have, you know, shiny skin like your friend here does, then it really gets exaggerated. So we always keep the sun behind our couples, and then, or keep them in the shade entirely. But there is a lot of cool, let me use correct grammar, there are a lot of cool spots that we can use here. Even shooting from above, like shooting with them down there. We can shoot with them across. Yep, I remember Sergio did this when he shot here. Shooting across the way here, shooting across the way there, using some lighting because our wonderful assistant Andrew is here. So, I mean, already I think we have a good game plan. So let's walk over to the courthouse and then we'll walk back. Cool. So Andrew just said he is accustomed to Pasadena, where everything you were saying, very beautiful. I actually am more excited right now because we haven't shot here. We've shot at Pasadena multiple times where, like, not that it's boring, but it's like, you know, I know what I can do there. Here, this excites me because there's so much that I'm seeing that we can do. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time here. After our couple checked in, we did have to wait in this area, in this hallway, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was really hot. There doesn't seem to be any air conditioning on this side of the building, or at least in this hallway, and the sun is coming through from that side. So it was really hot. Just a quick tip for you, if you know you're wearing makeup or anything like that, just kind of try to minimize being in this area as much as possible. They had to check in and then we had to wait a few minutes, and then finally they let us inside of the ceremony area. In that area, one thing that the bride had mentioned is that she hated, and I'm going to agree with her, the yellow backdrop. So one thing that she requested from me is to bring the saturation or hide it a little bit. So that's what we ended up doing. In post, we ended up lowering the saturation on the background so it wasn't so egg yolk yellow. After the ceremony, we headed over to the City Hall. So we did a quick walk. As you guys can see here, that's why I had my assistant record this. It's not a terribly far walk. Even the bride, she was wearing heels and she was completely okay with it. So the walk is not terrible at all. We ended up parking closer to City Hall. So we scouted around and then walked over to the courthouse. And then we ended up walking back all together so we could finish off our session on the City Hall side. There we go, looking right here. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Nice. And again, ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. And Jose looking at Judith. There we go. Hold that. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And now Judith looking at Jose. Jose looking this way. There we go. Haciendo flash para que todo se... Sí, pero gracias. She's paying attention. Yeah, she's checking me. Ready? Let me see.
211.
Okay, cool. So yeah. Judith, if you want to do any other combination, we could do like another 5 minutes, and then if you want to release them. Yeah. So you're going to close your eyes. Let me have, if you can actually do it, can you fix your dress in the front right there? There we go. Right there. Actually, everyone, open your eyes one more time. We're going to take a half a step to my left, just a little bit. There we go. Everyone, eyes closed, and I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Let me check.
So here's a little tip that I learned a long time ago. If you're shooting in the incorrect side with them looking at the sun, one thing that we do is we tell everybody to close their eyes, and then we count to 3. When we get to 3, everyone open your eyes. That way, even if they, squint after 2 seconds of staring, then we at least got the shot. So just a quick tip, if you have to shoot in the incorrect side,
Nice. Got it. Thank you, guys. Very windy, so hair is all over the place right now. But in any case, it went very, very smooth. Parking is pretty easy. Parking is just in the garage. It's not expensive, which is, quite odd for LA. It was only like $2 and we were here for like 3 hours. So the first 2 hours are free and then you have to pay after that. And then shooting was pretty easy. Some of the areas were a little congested, so there were people kind of walking around and all that, but we worked around it. There was one person that got annoyed, but it's like, come on, like there's somebody in a wedding dress, like you can't just be nice, like get out of here. And then the only thing is like the sun was not in the perfect place for some of the areas that we wanted to do. So in front of the city hall with the big building, it was a little harsh. So we did the best we could there. We used a couple of flashes to kind of overpower the shadows in their eyes, and then after that we kind of kept them in the shade for the most part, because that's going to be a lot more flattering, especially in the middle of the day. Once it gets a little later in the day, you can shoot with the sun behind them and it'll look maybe prettier. Even with the sun on them, you can get away with it. But this time of the day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's not going to be the prettiest having direct sunlight on them. But overall, really, really good. Now it's time to drive home because we're gonna get stuck in a little bit of traffic on the way home, but it's all right. And one thing that I liked is that our couple appreciated the importance of Andrew. So Andrew was assisting today and just walking from one location to the other, helping carry the flowers, spread her dress, setting up the light in areas where if I didn't have an assistant, running up and down stairs would be a real pain in the behind. Like things like that. I love that our couple was able to appreciate having Andrew there and how much value he brought to the shoot. So if you're doing a session at City Hall and you're doing multiple locations, it does help to have somebody help you out with your lighting, with your bag, with everything. And also in LA, just in general, we don't like leaving things around too much because, LA, put something down, it tends to grow legs and run away from you. So, it was nice to have that acknowledgement of Andrew. So yeah, overall, very smooth day. And now it's an hour and 45 to get home. So here we go, time to listen to something decent on the way home.